Hello world! This is Annalisa Brown of AB Acupuncture here at my office on 12 East 86th Street with my friend and colleague Stacy Isaacs.
Hi there.
And Stacy wrote this amazing cookbook called...
So this is the time I should pick it up. The Chinese Medicine Cookbook.
Yes!
And I think it's awesome, but
I do
more
too,
importantly, I think it's going to help a lot of people.
Yes, absolutely. Stacy and I both went to school for Chinese medicine, got our master's degree, and I practice here on the Upper East Side. I work on getting people out of pain, but Stacy did this incredibly amazing thing, I think. She went in the nutrition, what else would I say, like nutrition avenue, where she will actually come to your home, right? And help you learn how to cook using food to heal yourself in the principles of Chinese medicine.
You know, I went to cooking school before I went to acupuncture school.
I left out that very important piece.
Not that important. But I became a chef, and after cooking school, I started to heal people with foods, for real. I mean, I actually started to cook for people who had serious illnesses.
Yeah.
And we had such great results that I wanted to learn more. So that's when I went to school for acupuncture. Herbs. I got my master's in Oriental medicine, as you did, and now it's history. Now I put all the worlds together, and acupuncture, you know, I think is the most amazing healing modality in the world.
We met
and Annalisa is phenomenal.
We met because Stacy hurt her knee.
I came to Annalisa for acupuncture, which was great.
Yeah.
And so now Annalisa does the acupuncture, and I do the healing with food and herbs, and you put the two together, and it's really pretty amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. The fantastic thing about this cookbook is that my husband, who is not in this Chinese medicine world at all, just likes good food, kind of a meat and potatoes guy, actually, was looking through the recipes, and it's like, oh my God, these look really good. Like, I could totally do this. And that's what's amazing about it, because so much of what we talk about as a community, we know so much from our studies, and this book is really written in such a way that somebody with no background, who doesn't know a lot of the terminology and doesn't know what we're talking about when we talk about dampness or liver qi or any of the terminology that we use, can really pick this up and understand what to do and when to do it.
Well, that's the idea, right?
Yeah.
We designed the book, and I say we, myself and the publisher, designed the book so that anybody could pick it up, whether you're a Chinese medicine expert or whether you know nothing about it. There's even a little ailment index in the back.
Yep.
So you can look up what's wrong with you, what your concern is, and be headed right there. It's all organized by season.
Yep.
So if you really don't have a place to start, you can just go to the current season, like fall.
Fall, for example.
Pick a recipe that you like and start it, and you could never go wrong.
Yeah.
But there are ways to figure out exactly what's going on with you also, and you can look up those pieces also. So I think the healing power of foods is just incredible.
So important.
And it actually really frustrates me that not everybody has access to this information.
Right.
Because really, everybody has access to the foods. They're not unique, really weird, out there ingredients. They're regular food ingredients in your kitchen. Regular spices, regular herbs, regular foods.
Yep.
And we can all heal ourselves. All you need is the information.
And it's not all Asian recipes in here. There's all kinds of recipes.
It's funny because the publisher wanted, I think, 30% Asian recipes. And that was actually interesting for me because a lot of my recipes are not Asian.
Right.
But once I started recipe testing for this book and making all of these Asian recipes, I became even a bigger fan.
Yeah.
And my family loves Asian food, so it's great. The Asian recipes in the book, those are even some of my favorites now.
Yeah. And they're really easy. They're really easy. This cookbook is not currently living in my kitchen. It's currently living next to my bed. And I'm actually flipping through it at night and saying like, hey, babe, check, what do you think about this recipe? And he's like, wow, that sounds really good, you know, or like, hey, how about this?
Well, good.
Yes.
I'm glad.
So on the topic of seasons, I very recently wrote in my latest newsletter and been talking to my patients about sweating.
I know, it sounds weird, right? Sweating seasons.
What
does it have to do with anything?
What are we talking about? Well, so one of the ways that we naturally detoxify, the ways that our body naturally detoxifies through sweating. And in our modern life, we have a lot of air conditioning, much more than we ever did before. And people are actually not sweating as much as they used to. And when we get into the fall time, when the weather starts changing and the temperature goes down, our bodies are still looking for ways to get things out. So a really good workout where you're really letting yourself sweat is important. However, what we want to talk about today is the way foods can make you sweat. And as we all know, spices like cinnamon, nutmeg, ginger, those are the flavors we start looking to in the fall. We associate them with fall, our pumpkin spice lattes from Starbucks, and even getting into Christmas, all of this stuff. So what are you thinking about when it comes to spices in the fall? And there's a fall section of this cookbook, which you can get in my office or you can get on Amazon. We'll give you the details at the end or down in the comments. Tell us about
your body is very smart, and eating seasonally regarding foods and vegetables and fruits is always really important, right? I mean, those are the foods that are least tampered with. They have to come less far. They have to do less to them. So you get the most nutritional value in your foods by eating what's in season. Right. So your body kind of knows. So the foods like butternut squash and pumpkin and all of that stuff go really well with the warming spices. Your body knows that that's what it needs. So turmeric, for example, turmeric is great.
Yep.
Ginger is great. Even when I make a smoothie in the morning, in the fall season, I make sure to put in warming herbs. I'll put in big raw pieces of ginger or turmeric root into my smoothies because even though I'm having something cold, I want to warm up my insides. And not only is it to help you sweat, but it also helps you boost your immune system, which if you do now at this time of year will really keep you from getting so many colds in the winter. So it's so important to, as you said, detoxify with these things.
Yeah, and also I like to remind my patients the word detox is a real sort of health buzzword that's out there, and I want to make clear that I'm not talking about you don't have to do some fancy thing or spend hundreds. Detoxing is something your body does naturally that foods can help you do. It's a simple process of, you don't
even have to think about it. Your body just does it.
Your body just does it. And sweating is one of the ways that your body does do it, and eating properly.
While we're talking about sweating, I just want to share one of my favorite things. If you're getting sick, if you're at the very, very beginning of a sickness, like whatever it is that makes you realize you're getting sick, for me, it's always a little scratchy throat with a little headache. Like I just know I'm getting a cold. For other people, it's a little cough, whatever it is. But if you're at the very, very beginning of a cold,
the very first symptom,
don't have a fever, it's important that you don't have a fever.
Yes, that is important.
If you boil ginger and scallion roots in a pan, drink it before you go to bed as a tea.
Bundle up.
You know this from school, right? Bundle up. By the morning, you put on socks and a hoodie, go to bed. By the morning, you have really sweat out.
Yes, you will be drenched, but all those cooties will be in your sweatshirt.
Cooties. I haven't heard that word in a long time. Cooties. Then you get up,
real here.
You take a shower, you wash off all the toxins, and you're so much better. It's just the amazing power of
I tell people
body.
Sometimes make sure your miso soup or chicken soup has a big thing of ginger and scallion.
There's actually a recipe, I think, in here for a chicken soup, but it's a healing chicken soup, so it has garlic and ginger and turmeric in it because chicken soup really is healing. But add these things to it, and your body will get rid of the sickness.
Yes, and that was another good point. If you have a fever at this first thing, you already have a lot of heat, so we're not going to be adding more heat in. That is another. Do you have a little go-to if you do have a fever?
I do.
That's trickier.
It's trickier, and I prefer to talk to the person in person because I don't want to give a blanket thing.
Right.
But just know that if you have really high blood pressure or if you have a fever, then you need to really regulate these hot things, and you should talk to somebody.
Yes. Great advice. Okay. Well, I feel like, we we dropped some knowledge there.
I think we did.
Yeah.
I think we
yeah.
did.
Let's hold up the book
This
again.
is it. It's the Chinese Medicine Cookbook. My name is Stacey Isaacs. It's really reasonably priced on Amazon. Just go on Amazon or come to Annalisa and get it. She's stocked with them also. It has a lot of great, I don't know, I'm flipping this like it's an old kid's flip book.
Yeah.
But it has a lot of great information in here. There are some pictures. It's easy. It's easy to figure out what you need because everybody needs something different. You don't have the same diet as your neighbor. You don't have the same needs as your sister.
There's no one diet for everybody. Yeah.
Right. So this book will help you get on the way to figuring out what you need.
Yeah.
And come see Annalisa for acupuncture because really the two put together, I know it sounds like an ad, right? The two put together, though, if you do acupuncture and you do the foods, you're really, really helping yourself out.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's not very difficult. It's not very fancy. It's kind of basic stuff.
Chinese medicine is very basic,
and
but
Stacey
thousands
will
and thousands
do
of years.
a whole consultation with you. She will come to your home if you'd like, and she will show you how to put together a meal that works for you.
Listen,
it's amazing.
We just want to help you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, thank you. See everybody soon.
Bye.